No way. I made it back just in time for the theme song to end. All right. So today we got some news to talk about. All right. All right. Here's what we got to talk about. Apparently, I saw a TikTok about this like right before we started. Right before I was about to go live, and I like did a quick search and I was like, God damn, what is going on? So I checked it out, and then I'm gonna learn about this with you guys together right now. So apparently Rooster Teeth has been shut down. This is my like biggest question, is like, is it shutting down or is it about to shut down, right? So Rooster Teeth, known for producing comedic web series like Red vs. Blue, is shutting down. Another casualty as digital media companies struggle to gain large enough followings and revenue to survive. It's with a heavy heart I announce that Rooster Teeth is shutting down due to challenges facing digital media resulting from fundamental shifts in consumer behavior and monetization across platforms, advertising, and patronage, wrote the company's general manager, Jordan Levin, in a memo to employees on Wednesday. Okay, shutting down is what he says. But all right. Rooster Teeth, owned by Warner Bros. Discovery, was one of a number of digital studios that gained traction during the rise of web-based video and YouTube, including Maker Studios, Fullscreen, and Machinima. Many such companies were acquired by larger media firms and eventually either shut down or folded into other operations. Rooster Teeth had more than 45 million subscribers to its YouTube network, 1.2 million unique monthly visitors on its apps, and more than 4 million community members, according to its website. The company began in a spare bedroom, and one of its founders, Bernie Burns, blah, blah, blah. Some digital media companies that relied on tech giants, including Facebook and YouTube, to drive traffic have struggled to adapt to changing algorithms. In October, Rooster Teeth removed some of its programs, including Red vs. Blue and Camp, from YouTube, and instead made them only available on its own website. YouTube revenue is just not cutting it for us anymore, said Carrie Shawcross, a Rooster Teeth showrunner, on an Instagram video in October. We know that it's frustrating for some of you, but that's just the reality of what we need to do, Shawcross said. Animation is hard and it's expensive for the most part. Our shows rely on you. Rooster Teeth has gone through several owners. It was bought by Fullscreen in 2014. When the deal was announced, Rooster Teeth was heralded by Fullscreen's chief executive as one of the strongest and most authentic media brands in the world amongst 18 to 34-year-olds, male-skewing audiences. Fullscreen was later acquired by Otter Media, which became part of Warner Bros. Discovery. David Zaslav, run Warner Bros. Discovery, has been cutting costs and killing selected projects, including Batgirl, Coyote vs. Acme. We should talk about this, too, to save money. There have been severe layoffs across the entertainment industry as companies face pressure from investors to be more profitable and navigate changes in consumer behavior. Warner Bros. Discovery thanks Rooster Teeth's groundbreaking creators and partners and the strong management team for their many years of success. Your passionate and loyal fans are a testament to your achievements, Warner Bros. Discovery said in a statement. Rooster Teeth's Levin said in a staff memo that the Rooster Teeth Podcast Network will continue to operate. Rooster Teeth's intellectual property and licensing rights are also being discussed for sale. That's crazy. So they, I assume, like, effective today, are shut down? I wonder, so like here, what happens if we go to like the Rooster Teeth website right now? Come on, computer's been a little slow today. Maybe I should have restarted it before hitting stream. Like, what happens if we go to roosterteeth.com? What's the deal? Oh, here we go. A post specifically by Rooster Teeth 4 hours ago. Dear Rooster Teeth community, over the years at Rooster Teeth, we aim to be direct in sharing news as it happens. It is with an extremely heavy heart that this morning, during our company all-hands meeting, a very important announcement was made. We are grateful to our audience, our fans, and our community support during this challenging time, as has been shared in other places and sent to press and our internal staff. A copy of the memo sent from General Manager of Rooster Teeth Jordan 11 is shared with you all below. Please remember something as you begin to read the below message, and definitely before you comment, we blah blah blah, something about this, and thank you. Continued updates will be posted here, but you can also reach out and submit questions on our feelings to our support page. We're hosting a live stream tomorrow, March 7th, on roosterteeth.com, talking about this more. All right. The memo by Jordan himself. Dear Rooster Teeth, since our founders created and uploaded their first video on the then called World Wide Web in 2003, Rooster Teeth has been a source of creativity, laughter, and lasting innovation in this wildly volatile media industry. Fuck you, first of all. What the hell? Shut up. This is already such a bad way to, like, send this in a direction of, like, I don't even care about what I'm about to say. I'm about to lay off half the company, probably. And I'm like, ugh, God, this is so annoying. All right. Whatever. Since our founders created and uploaded their first video on the then called World Wide Web, like, you're not... Is this supposed to be funny? Is this like a joke? Whatever. We've read the headlines about industry-wide layoffs and closures, and you've heard me give my perspective and updates on the rapidly changing state of media and entertainment during each of our monthly all-hands meetings. Since inheriting ownership and control of Rooster Teeth from AT&T following its acquisition of Time Warner, Warner Bros. Discovery continued its investment in our company, content, and community. Now, however, it's with a heavy heart I announce that Rooster Teeth is shutting down due to challenges facing digital media resulting from fundamental shifts in consumer behavior and monetization across platforms, advertising, and patronage. Please note the Roost team is not currently impacted by this action, as the Roost Podcast Network will continue operating and fulfilling its obligations while Warner Bros. Discovery evaluates outside interest in acquiring this growing asset. So their podcast network, like, wasn't part of Rooster Teeth? I'm confused, because it's saying it. Warner Bros. Discovery evaluates outside interest in acquiring this growing asset. Oh, okay, I see. We have many questions to answer in the coming days and weeks, and the opportunity to work together to implement the best way to wind things down for us and our community. We're working through what comes next in real time, and we will be as open, direct, and accessible as possible. Thank you all in advance for your patience and support of one another. Let's take a moment to celebrate our 21-year contribution to the zeitgeist, advancing creativity and outlasting many of our peers from the early days of online video and digital-first content. All right. The creative legacy, this is all just about their stuff that they've done, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Yep. Okay. To those who came first, despite passing through many corporate owners, Rooster Teeth transcended a media business and was a dynamic movement that shaped the bond between communities, creators, and storytelling. Our founders didn't have a blueprint for a media empire, but they got close to building one alongside a community that fueled its remarkable growth in its earliest days. Rooster Teeth relied on community sponsorship through time, dollars, and unwavering passion. Volunteers evolved into staff, and the snowball effect grew, resulting in new relationships, marriages, births, and shared experiences that have changed lives. So I guess what I'm curious about is... All right, hold on. To our final season. Though not intentional, it's only appropriate that our last season of Red Blue versus Blue coincides with us navigating this closure together. Our legacy is not just a collection of content, but a history of pixels burned into our screens, minds, and hearts. Rooster Teeth has made an indelible mark on the media industry, and we should be so proud of the countless ways we pioneered a business connecting creators and content with a dedicated community. With respect, gratitude, and sincere appreciation, Jordan Levin. So, I guess what I'm like... So, Warner Bros. Discovery has obviously chosen to shut them down, right? Or stop their support, you know? So then, like, what about all their, like, they have, yeah, like, all of these channels, what happens to them? Like, I think the newest one that they just like started was Dog Bark, right? So like, sorry, like this all looks like it's still running. Like, I guess what we should do. I want to see if we like go over to Twitter. I'm not signed in. I'm not even. I don't know if I've ever signed in to Twitter on the computer. I think I've only ever been signed in on my phone. I wonder if it's trending. Does Twitter even have a trending tab? Can I just like... Oh wait, I don't want to sign in right now. I don't know if I can. Alright. Is there no way of getting onto X without having a login? It's not that big a deal. I can... Like, I do have a login. I just have to do it, and I don't want to. What about... God, this is just so, like, weird to me. That they... Like, they... Oh, here we go. Hold on. Can we do it this way, or is it still going to make me log in? We've done it. All right. Oh. What? No longer an active account. Archive only. Okay, so wait, yeah, this one hasn't posted since 2023. So wait, is this the new? Oh, like they just got rid of Twitter, maybe? Okay, well, fucking let's go to Instagram then, I guess. There's not going to be like hardly anything on Instagram. Yeah. Sign me in. Sign me in, coach. When was this post made? This post was also made 2023. What the hell? They haven't posted anything in 2 months? No wonder you suck. Like, what? What about their Threads account? Like, their channels were still updating. Now look at this. They haven't, yeah. They haven't posted in months. Has it? What is happening right now? Am I losing my mind? Have they been active, like, recently at all? Where's TikTok at? I don't have the app on my... I don't, apparently. Hang on. That's... I wanted to open TikTok, but you got it, coach. See if it actually logs me in on this account. I don't know. I was very blown away with the idea that they would just like... I kind of want to watch this stream tomorrow, but like I don't really care that I typed in TikTok. LOL. Let's try that again. Rooster Teeth. So this is like a bunch of other places. Is there like a Rooster Teeth? Oh, wait, yeah, here we go. Okay, so when was their most recent video published? Yesterday.
This is actually unholy. What's happening?
Oh no! Get wrecked, Gary! That's right! That's right! Get wrecked! Yours says no!
That doesn't count. The day does not reset.
That was fucking amazing!
Not even gonna look. No need.
I don't. I just can't. I'm still so confused how
I record my farts.
they just shut down. Or like the fact that they haven't been posting is crazy. The fact that it's been months since they've posted anywhere but TikTok is kind of like no wonder they're shutting down.
There was one. Hold on. More pee. Stop.
Do I want to watch this? Absolutely not. Do you
Want me to do the voice?
Do the voice.
I heard you guys are doing inside gaming
Right,
soon.
this is all their like camp stuff. Did they like have a new season come out or?
Here's the mind killer. We're having fun. Jack, you want some?
Uh-oh.
You want to see if you're strong enough?
Normally this would be my penis, but this
Why would you put that inside
The Dune bucket. All right. Well,
the mind killer?
I don't know. This is like just crazy to me, isn't it? I don't know. I just didn't expect that they would like. Oh, LOL. Nah. So like, I don't know. I really thought that like Rooster Teeth was like doing okay. Maybe this is a sign though of like, because Dog Bark, that is like the old Achievement Hunter guys, but like they broke off and they made that new channel. And like, if it wasn't for the fact that like every single video they published for like 2 months was getting pushed to me, I would have never even like seen it. But ouch. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting though. It's very like, I think it's funny to think that they were one of the first to like, I don't know, they seemed like a mainstay. Yeah, no? Here, hold on. I'm just looking up. They just did this rebrand in the beginning of January. Cool. Like, they just did this a little over a month ago. They did like a full logo rebrand, and now a month and a half later, they're just shut it down. David Zaslav, operating manager of fucking Warner Brothers Discovery sucks. That's all I gotta say about that. David Zaslav is literally just, I mean, obviously he didn't make this choice. He's probably never even heard of Rooster Teeth. He's probably just a fucking loser, right? Like, there's no way he's ever had anything to do with these people at all. But like, wow. I don't know. I'm like kind of blown away by this. And like, I don't even watch them. Like, again, I haven't really watched like Rooster Teeth stuff in a while. Like, so one of the last things I consumed of like Rooster Teeth content was the RT podcast, like their main podcast that they had. And it was actually the podcast that I was listening to when I got into a car accident. And then after I got into that car accident, I was just convinced that the podcast was cursed. And so I never listened to it again. And I kind of just like stopped listening to it altogether. And they kind of turned out to be like, the execs kind of turned out to be bad people. Who'd have thought, right? Like they would just reports of bad working conditions and not being very fair to the people who weren't like the talent on their teams and stuff. Like I've heard a lot of crazy things about that. But oh, my bad. Hmm. I don't know. That's crazy though. I really thought that like Rooster Teeth was doing all right, I guess. But the fact that they're just shut down like this is kind of crazy. So, huh. I don't even like. Should we like try and look up like? I want to see what like other people are saying about it. Like, do we go to Threads or X? You want to see if we can find people like from the Rooster Teeth team? Trying to see. I'm trying to pull up like some different names. Not like I don't know. Everybody I keep clicking onto hasn't updated in a long time. Oh, wait. Can you only see stuff based on like how popular? Hmm. Do you have to sign in to see like somebody's recent posts? Like it's only showing me like it's showing me their most popular tweets, but like in the just like in terms of popularity. What the hell? Ugh, I don't care to sign in on this at all. Ah, man. So like is all their stuff still there at the very least, or like if I go to their YouTube channel, is there anything like being pulled? Does anybody need to worry about like hitting stuff before they lose it? Hmm. What am I trying to? How do I get here? Oh, Penguin Zero did a. We should react to Penguin Zero's video. What Charlie has to say. Do they already have an episode out?
You believe it? We're back for a whole new summer.
Mm, do they have? Huh. No, not really. Interesting. All right, hang on. So I want to go where I want to see Penguin's video that he already put up.
Today I've got the black shirt on for this funeral service for one of YouTube's first major content teams, Rooster Teeth. After 21 years, Warner Bros. Discovery has announced that it's shutting down Rooster Teeth. Now, they're not getting outright euthanized and going to the Shadow Realm or anything, because there are certain Rooster Teeth projects that will persist past this, but by and large, Rooster Teeth, as you've known them, will cease to operate in the capacity that it has been. With its closure, about 150 full-time employees will be laid off, with
That
additional
sucks.
contractors and
Like that's so lame that they're doing this. And like I think a lot of them probably like if as far as I knew that I thought Rooster Teeth was primarily just a podcast platform anymore anyway. And so I didn't even know that like they still had like all this other stuff going on. But huh. But so anyway, sorry. Like what I was gonna say is that like I think a lot of those guys are probably gonna hopefully be fine because their fans will continue to find them. I hope. I mean, I could be wrong, I guess, but like,
content creators taking a huge hit as well. Wishing the employees the best moving forward. I hope they find work elsewhere. Just a pretty sad set of circumstances all around, because I know a lot of people, myself included, have very fond memories of this brand. Rooster Teeth was one of the pillars of internet content creation for gaming for a long time, with series like Red vs. Blue, which were these incredible machinimas that really kind of changed the space for a while and had an unbelievable influence online. I still remember being this soiled diaper baby boy toddler, still drinking milk and having nightmares about cursive handwriting, going into GameStop and seeing a Red vs. Blue DVD for sale there. And I couldn't believe it. My fucking mind exploded out of my ears because I knew it from the internet. And at the time, the internet to me was still this mysterious dimension where, you know, Timmy Turner floats around in the cyberspace on an email. But now I was seeing this.
Nah, I think what's just like I don't know. This is the problem with mergers and acquisitions and businesses acquiring other businesses and like just the general order of things, I think, really. But I don't know. Again, like, do I really care? No. I haven't watched a Rooster Teeth production in years. It's been 3 years since I've watched a Rooster Teeth production. I technically, whenever they launched the dog bark stuff, I guess, whenever that like those achievement hunter guys split off, I went and watched some of their stuff. But like I didn't like I don't know. I haven't watched videos from them, but I'm curious like all those channels that exist, are they just done? Like is the office being frantically cleaned out at this very moment? Are people being like forced out of their offices today? Or is it just up to those channels to like independently run themselves now? I don't know. Like, that's what that live stream tomorrow will probably answer, and we'll like be able to learn more. But like, for now,
this piece of internet content I was familiar with in the real world, the corporeal dimension, and I thought it was the coolest shit ever. And it still is extremely impressive what they were able to do, and for so long as well. Achievement Hunter, another absolute colossal success in the gaming space online. Rooster Teeth was just the gold standard for gaming related content for so long, absolutely crushing it, and it is pretty tragic to see how this story played out for Rooster Teeth in the more recent years. Now, Warner Bros. Has been on this absolute warpath, just leaving mangled corpses in their wake where they're just fucking frying everything they own, and it looks like Rooster Teeth is going to be joining Coyote vs. Acme in their dumpster out back. But unlike Coyote vs. Acme, this one, I think a lot of people expected. I just don't think anyone was jump scared by this news. Yes,
I mean, that's true. Like, I didn't. It's not the most shocking news, but like, I think compared to Coyote versus like, movies get scrapped occasionally, right? Like, it just happens from time to time. So I don't know if like having that comparison of Coyote versus Acme being surprising when them pulling the plug on Rooster Teeth is unsurprising. I think that that's definitely like less of a shock, I think. But maybe I don't know. I don't actually know how like far along in production Coyote versus Acme was. But it feels like they were not as far. Like, I don't think it was ready to come out anytime soon. They had finished scenes, but yeah, like I agree, George. I wish I could have seen Coyote versus Acme too, but like, I don't know. I say that I think it would have been a funny movie. Like, it would have been a Roger Rabbit-esque movie, but like, I don't know if I would have cared. It probably wasn't a good movie, you know. Like, I don't know. I'm curious how much Warner Brothers took into the decision of like, this is just not going to make us money. It's not worth it. There's no reason for us to even put it out. Like, I don't know. Is that just the way that the taxes work out on that they can say it's a bigger loss to have just canceled the entire project in its entirety versus just canceling it like as it was going to come out, you know, like like canceling the movie before it came out versus like releasing it only making so much money and failing. Like, isn't that still a loss, but like less of a loss? I don't know. I don't know how that like business part works.
Warner Bros. Recent business strategy appears to just be friendly fire out the wazoo. It seems like they're operating under the assumption of, if we own nothing, surely we can't continue to lose money. But them axing Rooster Teeth and putting them in the Warner Bros. Cemetery, burying them out back, is not shocking. For the last like 5 or so years, Rooster Teeth has been really treading water. They've been struggling, and they've got no water wingies.
COVID
them.
destroyed them.
Only goes as far back as 2021, but you can already see that their views had stagnated and often would decline. Before this, they
monthly gained views. Oh damn! Look at that. They had lost subscribers for pretty much the past 2-3 years now. Yeah.
They were an absolute juggernaut in the scene. So starting in 2021, they were averaging between 8 to 10 million views a month, whereas in their heyday, in their prime, they were pulling in tens of millions of views per month and tens of thousands of subscribers per month. There's a lot of factors that contributed to this decline, the main ones being just an overall loss of interest from a large chunk of their audience
That's
that just
what
went to other channels elsewhere.
I don't know, because that's what, in my opinion, like, they didn't have any good content anymore. It was the same stuff. They never like innovated. I don't know, in my opinion, again, like, I just completely outed by saying that I haven't watched anything in like 3 years. But like, they just, all of their content was the same people. They pretty much had their like, 5-6 celebrities or whatever that they put on camera, and then just put them in all their different shows, their different podcasts. And so it wasn't like there was anything new going on or happening, or like, I don't know. There just wasn't like, what was the point of continuing to watch Rooster Teeth content? You haven't watched them since you were in like middle school? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was just nothing like there to watch, and like specifically of like Rooster Teeth. All their like sub companies, like you have Achievement Hunter and Let's Play, which were like daily gaming videos and stuff, which like I think still had a pretty good, like that's kind of what I stuck around for, except I didn't really care about Achievement Hunter. I got off of them pretty quickly, like early high school. But like, I don't know, in a time when like Minecraft kids are just constantly online looking for Minecraft content and just making videos all the time, like you would think that their stuff would be good, but obviously it was falling off. But I think that there's just not, they weren't doing anything interesting, and their celebrities were becoming like more and more like out of touch, in my opinion. Like, I think they got their bag, and then all of a sudden they went from being like, oh, we're the out of the bedroom small media company, to like, we're a full production studio, but like the people running those full production studios didn't have any like production status. And like, I think it's so funny to think back. Like, I can vividly remember 2014, we said, was when they got purchased by Fullscreen, or like acquired by Fullscreen. I very vividly remember, whether it be a podcast episode or like an update video or something, them talking about how like, oh, I know some of you guys are scared that like, oh, now we're losing our creative control, and like, nah, we still have our control, and like it's actually better, because while simultaneously you saw companies like Machinima falling apart around them. Like, you see all these mergers and these like big conglomerates that were like gathering up hundreds of YouTube channels falling apart, and those YouTube channels being destroyed and decimated when they were like doing pretty good on their own. And then all of a sudden, because Machinima shut down, hundreds of channels got shut down. And like, I wonder, there was a channel I used to watch. Here, let me see if I can pull up. I want to know. It was like the first YouTube channel that I was like invested in, that I like cared about. Like, I was watching the daily uploads of. I wonder if I can find, it was called like Zerain Gaming. I don't know if these guys, if they have anything around. Yeah, it's the same logo. Oh, they have something from recent though. Oh, they have Facebook. Oh wait.
I believe I can touch.
Oh, okay, that's an 8-year-old channel banner. I'm not an expert, but it seems the better way for a YouTuber was to just focus on staying independent, but with sponsors, as opposed to joining a company that owns you. Yeah, and like, I think the idea was that like those conglomerates and the big companies were going to come in and they were going to help you like do the stuff that you as a YouTuber probably didn't know what to do. Like, you probably didn't know how to like start a merch brand. You probably didn't know how to like get access to things that were outside of your immediate grasp. Because, you know, for a lot of people, they know how to turn on a camera, film themselves, maybe edit, and then put that out, right? But like, here, I just want to see, because there was like those Elden Ring videos. So like they have, this is so funny. There's a one video randomly from 2 years ago. Like, that's so tough too. Like, this less than 5,000 views videos. Like, again, if we go, I'm curious if we go all the way, what is the most popular video they have? Like, they had a 2 million view. Like, this is a channel pulling in millions of views on 4 videos. 4 videos pulled in a couple million views. But like, other than that, like, you just see that there's still hundreds of thousands. This fucking wrecked series they did. I remember I was in here. This is when I watched 12 years ago. I'm old. I remember watching this though and like being into it. And it was like these two guys that were like pretty interesting. I kind of want to check out this. I want to see their most recent video. Is there even any like commentary? Is this just like they wanted to upload a video? Is it just them beating the guy as a mage? This is some riveting gameplay. That's what I'll say about that. Oh, tough. This guy doesn't even heal. Oh. This is a battle right here. This is how I played my first like playthrough of Elden Ring though, so I can't really make fun of them because I did the exact same thing. It's possible that these guys like moved to a new channel, but like I mean, I guess we can like look at their links on the page, but I just remember that these guys were a Machinima channel. Wasn't this like a 2-minute video? Oh, it is a 2-minute video of just pebble spam. Pebble spam. Playing on PS5. Doesn't like, I wonder if there's any comments on here. Got him. Do you think streaming also caused the demise of Let's Plays? I don't think so. I don't like. Again, there are Let's Play channels that still pull in millions of videos per, or millions of views per video. Like this isn't a. Look at this. This could have been me. Just wanted to comment and let you guys know you're one of my favorite YouTube channels growing up as a kid, waking up every day and watching the old Survival Island series. Like, I wonder here, what are their replies? Do they have anything in here? My fave YouTubers are back. No, like, but like, I guess to like answer what you're saying of like, I love I like that they replied to all these videos of just being like, we're back, and they're like, yep, and then never came back. Here, let's see if their links do lead anywhere. I have a feeling they don't, but.
I believe
Did
I
I?
can
Oh
fly.
yeah, okay, we're good. Hang on. Pause that. It's also possible that these guys just like didn't care anymore, you know? But like, these guys had a Discord? Have a Discord? Look at this. This channel had 96 million views. That's crazy too that they joined in 2011 and like again, we said 12 years ago they were getting millions of views. So like these guys were successful like off the top. But they just kind of fell off, I guess. I don't know. Sorry about that. I don't know. I think in terms of like live streaming though, of like cutting into like YouTube channels, I don't really think that that's true. I do think that there's been an evolution of what YouTube videos are like successful. Like you don't see these little random, look at the it even says that they're part of the Machinima network still. You don't see the draw, I guess. Like big YouTube channels now are people who are doing like big stuff. Mr. Beast. You got Mr. Beast in everything. And like he's there to tell everyone what's going down, right? You got Charlie. You got Ludwig. You currently, like, I guess in terms of like big streamers right now, you got Jinxie and you got Queso. And those guys are both like doing great, doing good stuff. But like Moist Critical kind of combines it and will edit. Sorry, hold on. Moist Critical kind of combines it and will edit his streams for YouTube, and they kind of feel like Let's Plays. Yeah, I think that's true. And like his style, like Charlie, I think also just has like the ability of having a 14.9 million subscriber audience base. Like his stuff is just gonna have that automatic draw anyway, and like you know the style you're looking for. There's a reason he's popular.
There's also a ton of controversies that Rooster Teeth kept finding themselves in that they
True.
were never able to fully recover from.
Yeah, these controversies were like whack, like SA level controversies that were so bad.
And a lot of their biggest talent kept leaving them to just go independent and make their own shows and productions. So all of this over time has just led to the current state of Rooster Teeth. It's not flourishing, and it's definitely not profitable. With 150 full-time employees and contractors and content creators, it's losing more money than fucking Madam Web. So it's not surprising that Warner Bros. Made the decision to ultimately just put it to rest. Like, they didn't have many other choices. I guess they could take the 150 full-time employees and just transition them to being
contractors.
Asbestos.
Okay, well, I mean, I would say that you could like just sell it back to them. Like, I know that they would never do that because Warner Brothers just wants to vault and hide IP forever and always. But like, so you mentioned it in chat earlier, like George, you're here. You were saying that like Smosh had a renaissance. Like they were big, kind of died whenever they had a merger and acquisition situation, kind of killed the channel. But they've like come back, and I don't think they're as popular now without like doing actual like views and subscriber counts and stuff. Like they're not pulling in the same amount of views as they like ratio were prior 10 years ago, but like they're back and having an okay time. And so yeah, I think that the best thing that Warner Brothers like could have done for like the betterment of all people is to sell Rooster Teeth back to Rooster Teeth. And there's no thing saying that that saves the company, that saves all 150 employees. It almost certainly maybe even gets rid of them sooner, honestly. But like, at least that way, it doesn't feel so destructive just coming from Warner Brothers, just coming in and saying, we don't care about this anymore, shutting it down, lame, bad, garbage. And then letting the company handle itself. And like, you know, if they still have to make their decisions. But again, like you saw, they're putting out the final season of Red versus Blue. They just have a new season of that Camp animated show that they have. Like they had all these other projects they were still working on. They have a bunch of YouTube channels that are pulling in views. I was going to say like hundreds of thousands, but I don't even know. Maybe combined, like all these different channels pull in like hundreds of thousands. But like they were able to subvert Patreon and create their own Patreon, right? Like they had their own member exclusive program, and I don't know how many people, like I don't know where you would even find that number, if that's ever been a public number of like how many members they have on their website, but like that's gotta be, I would think, a significant number. Like there were a lot of people very invested in Rooster Teeth, but maybe like the fall off is way bigger than I expected it to be. But we catch up here. Absolutely. I think it worked for them because people had a few years to be like, oh shit, I miss it when it was just Ian and Anthony. Yeah, right. And I think with Smosh specifically, to go back to them, like they changed their content up drastically. It went from being the 2-minute sketches to typical YouTube content creator house type content, you know? And I think that they got a good group of like funny people. Like Smosh, to me, I don't know. To me, Smosh and like Dropout, and like Dropout's its own. I don't. Here, let me pull that up real quick. Like if you go to Dropout TV. Oh, nope. Okay, wait. Stop it. I don't want this. Can we? Hello? Is it all under Hulu? Is that a thing? No. Is it? Okay, wait. Let me just get there by the YouTube channel. I don't know. They have an app. That's how I used to like get to their stuff when I used to be a subscriber, but
There's something at
I don't know. I think the most shocking part to me is that I thought that they were doing better. And I don't think that they were doing like crazy. I didn't think they were definitely like in a fall off kind of situation. But like Dropout, these guys. Oh wait, I want to see series, I guess. Like they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You gotta, the Dimension 20 are technically all the same thing. So if we maybe don't look at the Dimension 20s as separate shows, but there's quite a bit actually. But I don't know, there's still a bunch of other shows. And even if you do count the Dimension 20s, because there is a good amount of them. There's just so many shows that they did, and they're pretty diverse, and they're all pretty funny. Like, look at that. I got all the way to the bottom, and there's just more. I don't know. Their stuff is really good, though. I would check out Dropout if you haven't heard of them or seen their content. Their stuff's really funny. They seem like a content group that cares about content. But one of the big things that they do is they don't post on YouTube. They post specifically to their website, and they only post like clips and short teasers and stuff on YouTube. And like maybe that's what Rooster Teeth had to do, and like that's what they said they did when they took Red versus Blue and Camp Camp off of YouTube and put it specifically on their website. But like I don't know. Like I feel like at that point you're saying YouTube is just an unsustainable platform for us at this point, so you should pull like everything. But obviously they kept posting to it, so they were making money. You don't keep doing a business practice if it's losing you money like that. And maybe they were trying to that's probably what the Red versus Blue pool was. They went, our most popular series is Red versus Blue. If we pull that to just the website, how much traffic can that drive? if any, and the answer is probably just not enough, and that was like a final call for them. But I don't know. I still imagine Rooster Teeth hadn't made any progress. Like the same decision that Warner Brothers made yesterday, today, when they decided to shut down Rooster Teeth, is probably the same decision they would have made 5 years ago. Because I don't think that like Rooster Teeth has been making buku bucks in a long time. I think that they have had their podcast series like explode and seen a lot of growth there, but I don't think that they've had any like great movement from that. But I don't know. Let's go back to Charlie.
Reps, you probably find more money in that than what they were currently finding with the Rooster Teeth brand, which is just sad to see it get to this point. But like I mentioned, it's not the end of everything Rooster Teeth related. They do plan on continuing the Roost podcast network for some time here while they evaluate outside interest in acquiring it.
There's Rooster Teeth branded content in the Warner Brothers Discovery pipeline, which will also stay put, including a movie that will be released soon. That's kind of crazy. They're also exploring options for Rooster Teeth's catalog content and IP, such as Red vs. Blue, Ruby, and Genlock. That sucks. That sucks that Warner Brothers has control over Red vs. Blue, Ruby, and Genlock. Because those are like 3 pretty incredible shows. I don't know if I ever watched Genlock, but Ruby and Red vs. Blue are like really good. I'm pretty sure Genlock had like Michael B. Jordan in it. Like, that's so funny. I'm like having these memories like jump back into my brain. I'm pretty sure that was like one of the big selling points whenever they were like, Michael B. Jordan's going to be in our show Genlock. Also, by the way, Michael B. Jordan would have never done a Rooster Teeth show if it wouldn't have been for the fact that we were acquired by Fullscreen, which was acquired by blah, 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 which was acquired by Warner Brothers. Like, it's only because of those connections that they were able to get Michael B. Jordan in a goddamn Rooster Teeth show. And so that sucks, though, that now they get to be in charge of what happens to those shows.
Also a movie that's being worked on between Warner Bros. And Rooster Teeth that they plan on releasing, though I'd take that with a huge fucking grain of salt right now, because Warner Bros. Has become infamous for just destroying movies that are pretty much done for the sake of a tax write-off, like what they've already done with Batgirl and now Coyote vs. Acme. So there's a good chance that this one they just wipe their ass with at the finish line per usual. And they are also currently exploring options for Rooster Teeth's content catalog and some of their IP like Red vs. Blue, Ruby, and Genlock. So while there is still some Rooster Teeth related content that will survive Judgment Day here, it is still the end of the road for Rooster Teeth itself overall. The general manager of Rooster Teeth, Jordan Levin, made
this is what we read earlier.
To read this section of it. He said, "We've read the headlines about industry-wide layoffs and closures, and you've heard me give my perspective and updates on the rapidly changing state of media and entertainment during each of our monthly all-hands meetings. Since inheriting ownership and control of Rooster Teeth from AT&T following its acquisition of Time Warner, Warner Bros. Discovery continued its investment in our company, content, and community. Now, however, it's with a heavy heart I announce that Rooster Teeth is shutting down due to challenges facing digital media resulting from fundamental shifts in consumer behavior and monetization across platforms, advertising, and patronage." Now, there's a lot more in his statement here, but this is the only titty I'm going to suckle on from it. I think this part of the statement is the most telling about the challenges that they were facing, and it's challenges that anyone
That's what
from
we
the
said
outside
too.
could also see them facing. As consumer behavior was changing, aka viewers choosing different things over Rooster Teeth and just having a lot more competition in the space, they were no longer like the only place for high quality gaming videos. As the entire digital landscape started to shift, Rooster Teeth kept falling to the wayside, and people were just choosing competitors over them, so they were hemorrhaging their audience, and overall just found it difficult to adapt in the new environment. And then the monetization and advertising changes.
This is all just like, they've lost their interest, they lost views, but they weren't able to monetize as well. Like, it sounds like something going on with Warner Brothers. I saw an article today that said, tripping over my wires. Saw an article today that said they wanted to focus on mobile and free games instead of their AAA ones. Yeah, no, like, and that's, it just it's so sad to see how the industry is going, right? Like, not to be a dickhead, but like when mobile games and like free to play match 3 games are pulling in more money than AAA games, it sucks. Because in our goddamn capitalist society, where all that we care about is money and making the shareholders happy, like, there's just no reason to do anything that doesn't make you the maximum amount of money at all times, while also diminishing any amount of like entertainment and art from former groups. So I can't wait for more quadruple A games from Ubisoft. Hell yeah, that's what I want to see. Bring me Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact, please. It's all financial decisions and no art anymore. No, exactly. And that's what like even it's so dumb to like even talk about how annoying I don't know. There's not an addictive aspect to art. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like you don't see a lot of situations anymore where like art is as addictive as like mobile games, you know? And like it makes it dumb to the point where like how are you supposed to like market yourself, you know? Like, if you're someone who's trying to make cool, unique stuff, unless you somehow have an insane financial backing, like supposedly Dune 2 is one of the greatest movies of the decade, if not century so far, right? Like, supposedly Dune 2 is going to be one of those movies that is talked about for the next 100 years. Like, it's going to be studied in film classes for the next decade, if not longer, right? Because it's so good. And it's annoying that we can't get that art every year, you know? Like, only being able to get great art pieces every 15 years sucks. Because everything else that makes money is just like quick, you know, we're going to spend $2 million on a little rom-com, summer rom-com, where this A-list actress who we were able to get for $2 million and this A-list actor and actress we were able to get together for a total of $5 million both. It's going to make $50 million just because people love to go see whoever these actresses are. And we just like call it a day. And like, that's whatever, you know? I don't know. That's why indie games are where the innovation happens. Less money equates more creativity. Right. And that's what like Helldivers 2. I was actually literally, so while trying to get some of the stuff ready for stream today, I was trying to see if I could get Helldivers to work, but I couldn't get my goddamn controller to sync to my computer. And I can't use it wired unless I have to unplug something. So I'd either have to unplug the webcam, which like, whatever. But like, I'd have to unplug something if I wanted to use my controller wired because I'm out of USB ports on my computer. But I couldn't get it to wirelessly sync, even though it says it's connected. But then if I try and like do anything with it, it will turn on the Xbox and then control the Xbox. So I don't know. I need to look into how to fix that problem. But I was going to do Helldivers today because I was like, ooh, new Helldivers patch came out today. That's cool. That's a fun thing that we could talk about. And I don't know, but you're a big Dune fan, but it's just a safe remake. Nah, and like, I don't even think it's necessarily about being like a safe remake, you know? Like, Dune, I saw, there was a TikTok, there was a creator on TikTok who was talking about how like, there are more people who are going to know Dune as a movie than they will as a book. That's probably true. Like today, there are more people who know about Dune as a movie than they did as a book. And like, I feel like prior to the first film coming out, I could have said that it was a book, maybe, but like I couldn't have told you who the author was. I would have been like, yeah, it's a sci-fi series by somebody. But like, if you were to tell me that like the majority of people would today know that it's a book before a movie, I'd be kind of surprised, because I don't think, like, you've seen the book sales increase because of the film, but I don't think it's been like crazy. So I don't know. Doesn't help that the book series canon. Oh yeah, doesn't help that the book series canon is a fucking mess. I don't even know if that's like a miss to it. Like it's probably definitely less accessible, right? Like name any book that is more popular than a film. Almost nothing. Like I feel like maybe, I don't know. Like I would almost want to say that more people have probably read Lord of the Rings than seen it. But that, like, even saying that out loud sounds like a crazy thought, you know? Like, that doesn't even seem like something that would be possible. But, I don't know. Like, in terms of The Cat in the Hat, that's fair. That's an excellent answer. The Cat in the Hat is definitely a more popular book than it is a movie. Wrongly, though, I would say. You said after book 4 isn't worth. I think it's his son that wrote the rest. Oh, I didn't even know that. I like my like surface level knowledge that I know didn't even know that like there was more than one author. Like I thought it was all under the same guy, but I don't know. Yeah, like, and that's where, going back, like, free to play mobile games make more money on average than maybe not AAA games, but like AA games. like a $40 EA game. Does that even exist anymore? But like a $40 EA game will make less money than Clash of Clans this year. I could almost like guarantee that, right? Like there's almost no way that a $40 like high produced tech team doesn't beat Clash of Clans. And like technically at this point, I would say that like Clash of Clans is a like a AAA mobile game kind of at this point. But like I don't know. You think the 50 Shades series is a more popular book series than film? Well, that might be true. That could be true. I think I'd still doubt that one a little bit, but I bet it's pretty close.
Up there, I believe the biggest things that affected Rooster Teeth was YouTube's change in how much money is generated by shorter content. For a while, it didn't really matter how long a video was. What dictated the amount of money it earned was basically just views. But then the focus shifted to longer form content with the addition of mid-roll ads, which starting at 8 minutes, you can start putting in ad breaks. And this led to a lot of the focus on the digital landscape being for the longer form content to reach that 8-minute mark. Rooster Teeth's most popular content was usually sub 8 minutes. Their heaviest hitters that were consistently their bread and butter content, like the animated adventures, Red vs. Blue, Rage Quit, aside from a couple of Rage Quit videos which were more than 8 minutes, most of their...
That's so funny that he says that, because like I remember thinking, I remember equating Charlie to like the Rage Quit videos of Rooster Teeth, like back in the day. We're talking 10 years ago. Like his style directly, like I think they kind of bounced off each other, but like they directly emulated the angry video game nerd type video of, I'm going to turn on a video game that's like it's like in people's minds, but it's like kind of a B-list game, C-list game even maybe. It's funny because it's like a frustrating game to play. I'm gonna get on there. I'm pretty sure Charlie even has a quote where he's like, I used to turn on the recording software, count how many times I could say fuck, piss, shit in a 10-minute frame, and then go, all right, that's good, and then post it. He's like, that's because that's what worked, and that's what used to be funny and got people to like the videos and subscribe to the videos. But like, that is true. That I don't know. It's funny now that there's like, because YouTube Shorts, like it's funny that he's saying that like YouTube went to long form content being the more profitable one, where when YouTube Shorts can only be profited off of, or like a YouTube short can only exist if it's under 60 seconds, right? Like if it's a minute and 1 second, it will not show up in the YouTube Shorts playlist, or like not like the app within the app. I don't know. Like if you go to YouTube Shorts and you go on there, you're never going to find a video that's over 60 seconds because they don't allow it. You can only have a YouTube short if it's 60 seconds or under. And so it's funny that he's like talking about how YouTube did a transition to long form content, which does go away from like, I don't know. In my opinion, though, what I thought a lot of their most popular content were the podcasts and like the 30-minute to 45-minute Let's Plays that they had. But, and like, I don't know. I don't know how long Red versus Blue episodes were, but like, I would have assumed those were like 10 minutes at least. But I don't know. The only game that's going to kind of knock all the free-to-play and mobile games on their asses is GTA 6, TBH. Yeah. Yeah, like GTA 6 is going to be a blockbuster, no doubt about it. And like, I think there's like one game a year that is always a blockbuster. Like 2022 was Elden Ring. I don't really know what it would have been last year. What was last year's blockbuster game? Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate was last year's blockbuster. This year, is GTA 6 scheduled to come out this year, or is it next year? Is it 2025? I don't remember. I think it's next year, right? It's 2025. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of difficult to like, I don't know. It just sucks to think about that though, that like match 3 games are making hundreds of millions of dollars per year. And then Helldivers, even though it's going to be incredibly successful, like Helldivers is an incredibly successful game, isn't even going to scratch the surface of what some garbage match 3 game is going to make this year, right? Like a game you've never heard of is probably going to make more money than Helldivers, one of the most popular games of the year already, right? And it's so dull. I don't know. But I think it's also just like, I think it's also accessibility, because like having the accessibility of everybody has a phone. Some people have 2. Like pretty much everybody has a phone. You probably have, not like less so, but like people have tablets that they play their games on and stuff. And so like if you combine people's tablets, their phones, I don't know if there's like any actual psychopaths who play like Facebook games still. Is that even a thing still? I don't know. But like, you know, it is harder to say. Like Helldivers, even on like low settings, is still a fairly demanding game. And it's not like not most demanding. It's not like Call of Duty. Call of Duty sucks. But like most people don't have a computer that can run Helldivers easily. And it's also not that appealing of a game to like the broader market. Like it's a fun video game to people who want to play like a third-person shooter, but like the draw for third-person shooters isn't as high as people who want to kill 15 minutes on the toilet playing a match 3 game. And that's just the truth. And there's like, who are you faulting there? Are you just like, are you going to be like, oh, the degradation of quality of consumers? Like, that's an insane thing to say. You can't blame the consumer for that. Like, as much as I hate to say it, like, it is the market that's deciding it, you know? And that's shitty in the worst possible way. But, like, if there are people who are going to go out there and they're going to spend $1,000 on a match 3 game because they're psychopaths versus, like, somebody like me who will buy games but refuse to pay microtransactions for anything. I've never bought a skin in a game that, like, wasn't, like, I talk about how, like, in Rocket League, I have bought, and I'm going to put that in quotes, I have bought the Rocket Pass for Rocket League for, like, the past 4 years straight, right? I've never not had a Rocket Pass in that game for 4 years. But it's because they have a buyback system in there where you earn, like, 1,200 credits or so per Rocket Pass. And the pass only costs $10, 1,000 credits. And so you can, as long as you play the game and make your way through the Rocket Pass, and it's not that hard if you're playing it and, like, doing challenges every once in a while. Like, I've been able to get all 1,000+ credits in 2 weeks. Like, I've, like, not played the first, like, 3 stages of the Rocket Pass. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like, I can bring it up if people care. But, like, I've played through, like, 3 stages of, not played 3 stages of Rocket League and only played that final stage and still been able to get all of my credits back and, like, then be able to buy the next pass. So I haven't, like, spent money in Rocket League in years. I bought the game for $40 when it used to cost money. Then it went free to play. And then I spent probably, like, I might have spent like $15 or $20 on, like, credits, because I don't think you could buy just 10. Maybe you could. But I'm pretty sure I bought like $20 worth of credits in the game, bought those credits, or bought the Rocket Pass, and then I haven't bought one since. So I don't know. But I'm also a poor trademark. So, like, it's not gonna, like, I'm not somebody who would ever spend money on microtransactions because I just can't afford it. It's not in the budget for me to buy microtransactions. So, I don't know. Let's finish this Charlie video. We only got 2.5 minutes left.
Were under 8 minutes, usually between, like, the 1 to 4 minute ballpark for a lot of these. And I just feel like they took a massive financial hit with that because the content they were producing wasn't cheap stuff for the most part. And there's no way they were seeing a return off the ad revenue because the videos were too short to be reaching that, like, upper echelon of doubloons that you'd make from a YouTube video. So I just think that as they invested more money into these big projects, without increasing the runtime of a lot of them, they weren't seeing a lot of big returns on it, which probably hurt them. And I'm just speculating that that's the change that was probably the biggest thorn in their side, like the most annoying rock in their shoe. But the entire landscape of advertising online and monetization has gone through huge changes since they began. I just feel like that's probably the one that was the most hurtful to them. But anyway, I'll stop speculating on that and instead speculate on something else. So a lot of people have been wondering now with this announcement, what's going to happen to all of the Rooster Teeth affiliated channels.
Here, so hold on real quick. Oh, damn, he might have some info. We were wondering about this. But I think, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's also just like the corner of the internet type stuff, right? Like, I have said multiple times throughout the stream that I haven't watched Rooster Teeth content in a long time. It's been a long time since I've consumed Rooster Teeth content. But, like, and I'm sure, and, like, we even got a little sneak peek when we went to, like, the YouTube page and stuff. But, like, I'm sure that they have posted TikToks and stuff, but, like, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen viral clips out of the Rooster Teeth crew. You know, I haven't seen a Rooster Teeth clip in a long time. And I remember, and again, it was because I was like part of that atmosphere in the past. But like I haven't seen their content in a while on like TikTok, or I haven't seen it pop up on the trending for you page of you the homepage of YouTube, that's what it's called. Like suggested videos. I haven't seen a Rooster Teeth video in years. I'm pretty sure we could go look, but I'm like 99% sure that their most popular, like, of the Rooster Teeth umbrella, their most like popular YouTube video that they put out probably was when they were like, Achievement Hunter's dying and we're killing it. And then like that video had millions of views because people were like, what? This thing that I used to watch 15 years ago and haven't watched in 8 years is gone? Or is ending? Let me check this out. And they would watch it, and they probably watched 30 seconds, went, oh yeah, this is why I stopped watching, and then clicked away.
Things like Fun House or Slow Mo Guys, things like that, because Rooster Teeth had a lot of other channels outside of just their main one. How will they be affected? I have no fucking clue. It seems like a messy headache to me.
Great.
Since they're under the
Great, Charlie.
brand, which is
thanks for telling us.
By Warner Bros. Discovery, which has now pulled the plug on it, taken it off life support. It feels like the other channels are going to have to go independent if they want to keep them going, but I don't think they can just do that. They'll probably have to buy it from Warner Bros. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be how it works?
That's what we said too.
Just got shut down by Warner Bros. So if they want to go back up without them, they'd need to acquire the rights from them, I would think. But I also don't really know how all of these inner workings here with their deals go. That'd just be my guess. I would imagine a lot of those other channels, like the Slow Mo Guys, would want to continue to operate independently. So I think that'll probably be the direction. I just don't exactly know how that's going to work. But again, I'm just a fucking idiot, so there's a good chance that maybe it's not as messy as I think it'll be, and it might be pretty seamless going forward. But either way, it is sad to see Rooster Teeth shut down after 21 years online. And
I think it is going to be messy. I don't think they easily
gaming content online and really just internet content in general. Rooster Teeth was at the forefront of like breaking ground and commercializing this whole space. So they earn their flowers here, and I'm wishing the best for everyone that was affected by this with the layoffs. I'm wishing you all the best moving forward, and rest in peace to Rooster Teeth. That's about it. See ya.
Huh. I don't know. It's interesting. What you gonna do, I guess? I don't know. In the meantime, if you're looking for a great content family, one, you can like this video and subscribe to this channel. If you're having such a great time and you're looking for something new to fill the void in your life, you can hang out with us, and we'll do great, cool things all the time. Or, an actual suggestion is check out Dropout. They're like really good. And their subscription is like actually also pretty cheap, if I remember. Like it's less than $10 a month, I want to say. That could be wrong. Let me see. Curious if they do they have subscriptions? $50 dice? Jesus. Oh, I just want to see how much it would be without starting a whole thing. Can you just tell me? Pay by the year now through. It's just what? No. Okay, wait. It's just saying $5 a month. Because that's pretty good. I don't understand what this little detail is, but yeah, like $5 a month, if that is true, that's incredibly amazing for the quality of the content they put out. I hate how yellow this is. It makes me look so ugly on the webcam. But yeah, check out Dropout. They're pretty cool if you haven't seen their stuff before. Ah! Screaming at me. All right. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I was looking to talk about today. Thanks for everyone who's been hanging out with us so far. Instead of breaking the stream up into like 2 parts here, because I was also going to play Elden Ring some more today, but I feel like we just have a good stream, so I think we can probably just call it there, actually. And again, thanks to everyone who hung out with us. You guys are all pretty cool. Thanks a ton for hanging out. Get to watch my cat rub her face all over the boom stand. Go on, keep doing it. But yeah, like I said, thanks for hanging out with me for the past hour and a half as we've been chatting about the death of Rooster Teeth and all of our childhoods going down the drain. I don't know. I liked somebody earlier said that it was like it's this generation's Sears dying. But oh wait, why is that doubled? I don't know why that's doubled. But yeah, you're right. Big W for Brian. You're so right. Oh wait, is it because I have 2 chat boxes? Wait, which one's which? Oh wait, no, I want that one. Close this one. Nice. There we go. Let's slide that over. Bam! Look at that. We got a chat. We got chat going. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, George. I love your insights. You're such a smart guy. Nah, I love your commentary. It's always so good. But yeah, like I said, thanks for hanging out with us. And tomorrow we'll be back again with another stream. I've got 2 options, 3 options. We got 3 options up in the air. We either keep doing an Elden Ring playthrough, because Elden Ring's hot right now. We see if I can get Helldivers to connect and work, and then we play some Helldivers, because that'd be cool. Or we play a 3rd game, because we have Game Pass Thursdays, and for Game Pass Thursdays, there's a game that's leaving Game Pass that I want to play that I've been playing for a long time, and I'm sad that it's leaving because I think I'm going to actually have to purchase it, but it's a game that deserves to be played and purchased. So we will probably do that unless I can get Helldivers to work, in which case we'll play some Helldivers. But like I said, thanks for hanging out, everybody, and we're gonna be calling it there. But you want to come back tomorrow, check out the stream. We should be going live at 3 p.m. Eastern-ish, as long as everything's working out as best I can to get all that going. And thanks for hanging out. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and leave a comment about what YouTube channel you think is going to die next, right? We didn't even talk. Like, we could have talked about how there's a whole bunch of people leaving a whole bunch of channels like leaving YouTube, like Matt Pat and everybody, you know. Warhammer 40k Boomer Shooter just came on, but that's that's true. I think what I primarily want to focus on, even though I just said about a game that came out years and years and years ago, what I primarily want to focus on for Game Pass games is like day one type Game Pass, you know, like games that are new at the very least. Like Power World was a great example. But that's kind of what I'm looking for with that. But yeah, so if you got anything else though, let me know. Like I said, let me know what YouTube channel you think is gonna die next, and or just retire. It'd be an interesting conversation just to look at like all these legacy channels that have been going for years and years and years. Like, I don't even know what conglomerates still exist. I thought all the conglomerates kind of died. Like, I thought whenever Rooster Teeth went into Warner Brothers, I thought it was because Fullscreen had dissolved, which, I mean, I guess technically they were like purchased and bought out. So like they kind of dissolved, but like, you know, I don't know. So But like I said, we're gonna call it there. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and I love you all. Thanks so much for hanging out. And we'll be back tomorrow. So long.